right? Yeah. I used to always forget that, so my notes to myself are just ridiculous. So, all right. I'm going to add a question. Just a quick question here. Oh my goodness, I didn't mean to do that. Now, where did my question adding go? There it is. Is everyone ready? I'm just going to say hit yes if you are back at your computer. Yes. I'm here, but wanted to choose bubbles instead. I don't know why. It's just that kind of a day. Yep. Now, how to, there we go. Save. Okay. Okay. So go ahead and either choose that you are here or my bubbles option just because why not, right? But once you are here, go ahead and mark that. I know, I just like bubbles. They make me. Bubbles are soapy things that come out of a wand if you blow in them. No. Or they are in your bathtub, you know? Yeah.
When
That's
I have
it.
to do the dishes, I always put the soap in my hand and make bubbles with like that.
Yeah. Oh no, no device. Nope, just bubbles.
Hmm.
When you think of bubbles, it just makes you. Oh, my eye is driving me nuts. I'm trying to look in the camera. I'm like, happy to head to the doctor today. I tell you.
But they put that stick in your throat and then they scrape it.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Mhm.
That's okay. I was trying to take pictures of the inside of my mouth last night so I could send it to my mom and see what she thought, but that was really hard to do. Like somebody should tell the iPhone people that you need there should be like a way to turn the flashlight on and take a picture with the flashlight on. Like, come on. They can do anything and they can't do that. What if you need to show your mom your tonsils?
They can put 3 cameras on a phone, but they can't put a flashlight that works
Right.
as a camera.
Isaiah, even better. Like a little small pinhole thing so you can put it in your mouth. Yes. Come on. Like so many movies thought like if you we watched Back to the Future and there should be flying cars by now, according to that. Like, come on. Apple Car engine not included. Yes, that is what they would do. Yeah, you'd have to spend another. Oh, I hate yawning. That's really painful. Okay, it says most of you have responded. I don't know if it's counting myself. No, it is not. So one of you have not responded to my poll. Is that Taylor? No. Somebody had like a wait thing on there. Yay! Everybody responded, guys. This is the first time ever. I do this in like 8th grade, and sometimes people don't respond. Apple House Walt not included, you guys. Which would be pretty cool in itself, but not if you live in like where we live. Not cool. Okay, so we're gonna get started, guys. Magic floating walls. Unlimited data, even better. Okay, so this is what is due this week. Okay, we have adding and subtracting fractions, multiplying and dividing fractions, adding with mixed numbers, and estimating with mixed numbers. So we're going to focus on the first three mainly. With the estimating one, I want you to read the lesson as it is in Moodle, but if it's just not working for you, just do the addition like regular. Don't worry about adding, but they're probably just going to ask you questions around it. So this is what is due this week. There are 4 assignments. 4. So you got this. Today, we are going to add and subtract fractions, multiply and divide fractions. We're going to make 3 handy dandy foldables to help with this, and we're going to add mixed numbers. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. You like my note to myself? Like that? That's pretty cool. And I'm going to demonstrate on my camera here. So everybody make sure that you can see me. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our sheet of paper, and they're super easy today. We're just going to fold it in half. Not like, it's like the shorter way. So the folding it the long way is called a hot dog fold. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. Folding it this way is called a hamburger fold. So like you were going to make a card for someone, you're just going to fold it. Easy peasy. Yep, so you should have like a card that you made. You're going to fold it all the way to the edge, just like that, okay? And then we're going to have it open traditionally. So the folded side will be on the left. This side, the open side, is on the right. And you're going to make, and I'll show you on my slides really quickly. No, I won't. I'll do that in a minute. You're going to make 5 different tabs. So you're going to have to make 3, wait 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts. Okay, so you're going to open up your card, and just in the front page, just on the front page, the back page you're not going to cut. And you're not going to cut all the way to the edge. You're going to leave a little space there. Okay, so if you look at mine that I made, I left a little space there. Yeah, and if you don't have scissors at all, that's okay. Just make a line there instead. Yeah, we can just make lines if you don't have scissors. That's totally fine. No big deal. And you can cut it later, or you can just slowly tear it. Totally fine. Yeah.
How many do we need again?
You need to have 5 different tabs, so you're going to draw or cut 4 lines. And you're going to do it just in the front page. The back page you leave whole. And we don't do it all the way to the edge, just because you're going to leave a little space there. But if you did, not a big deal again. Oh my gosh, you have a Shroot Farm shirt. I just saw that, Vivi. That's awesome. I love The Office. Very cool. Okay, does that make sense, you guys? Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, and you could even fold them over to make your like tab area just stick a little better. You need 4 lines, so it makes 5 tabs. And I'm going to show you the foldable again. And then if you have done that, you can go ahead and label it according to what's on the screen. So it should kind of look like this.
Oh, and we're supposed to just write what's on the screen then?
Yeah, you're gonna put what's on the screen. I'm sorry, my chat went bye-bye. There we go. Yeah, 4 lines. That's good. Where's my chat? It's not showing up. I'm gonna stop share 1 second. Okay. Oh, and then I got it. I'm gonna put this away, close.
So we just write it on like that.
1 second, Vivi. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Only that is supposed to go on the top one.
Oh, well, I have a lot of them, I think. I have 5 already from here, so.
Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, that's should go on the top, but if you do it differently, not a big deal.
I think I accidentally cut 6, so perfect.
Oh, there you go. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can bring... Ah, why is my chat not showing? I'll have to go like this. There it is. That's cool. That's neat when that happens. Yeah, that never happens to me. Mine is always kind of kitty wampus there. I'm going to try and zoom in. Nope, that's too big.
This is a fun way to make notes.
Yeah, it'll be really cool. I love it. And I'm glad that you're okay with it because that's, you know, sometimes it's a little extra work, but it's fun. And it helps you organize your thoughts. Can everybody read that okay? I'm having issues getting my...
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
So you're going to go ahead and label it using those 5 titles. And the adding and or subtracting fractions can go in the margin like that. Now, the first step on this foldable that I found said to line up fractions vertically. If you don't do that, that's okay. That's just the way I'm going to show it.
My other math teacher, which is not very surprising for a lot of teachers, is that you have to do all math one way, and that's why I hated math.
Oh
I
my gosh.
Math, but I hated the way my teacher taught it, and I couldn't do it the way I wanted.
Right.
So
yeah.
It made me grow to hate math, but now I like math.
Good. Good.
Because I was 1 year ahead of my math in elementary school because I liked it so much. And then the moment I get into my stupid school, I was behind in math.
They put you behind. And Isaiah, that stuff goes on the front of your foldable. On the front.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
That it's just this, or on the inside, do we do the work?
Yeah, we'll go through an example together on the inside, and then you'll have some good examples there. And Aiden, what you're describing, oh my gosh, that's so common. Like we were told as teachers in my other school that we had to have students show work for equations where they line it up vertically and do it like this, but it doesn't matter. The math is the same. You don't have to do it the same way. So if I show you something, I'm just organizing my work a certain way. But if it's like lining up your fractions vertically, you don't need to do it the way I do it.
Yeah, me and my aunt are kind of the same in math. We always did it different. And we also, we were okay at math, and we do a lot of math questions in our head. But my old teacher and Millie's current teacher are like, you have to show this much evidence, and you have to show it this way. And it's like, if I'm going to show evidence, can I at least show it in the way I thought of it instead of having to change it into your way, even though I thought of it a different way?
Right.
It's like redoing the whole question twice just so you can write it down on a piece of paper.
Yeah, you're right. It's ridiculous. And Sam, if you don't have cuts in front, that's okay. You're just going to open it, and then you'll have lines on the inside as well. So, you know what I mean? It just kind of matches up. So it could be, did you fold it over at all, Sam? Or did you just leave it like a straight piece of paper? Okay, cool. So then what I would do is open it inside and continue your lines on the inside. And then you'll just write stuff on the back cover like we're going to do.
Should they be tabs on the inside too, or should they just be lines?
On lines on the inside, yeah, I'll show you. So if you're done with this one, okay, cool. If you're done with this one, you can continue, and I'll go back to this, but if you open up your foldable, it'll end up looking like this. So on the inside cover, the back cover of your foldable, so the back page, not the tab side, just the back page, you're going to draw a dotted line down the middle and continue your 4 lines.
We're not supposed to cut them, though.
You don't cut those, no.
Okay.
No. And the other foldables we're going to make are exactly the same style, so that'll be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just be less tabs.
Here I thought we were going to have to do when I heard foldables, I thought we were going to have to do the origami where you, like, open it and then it's...
Right. Sometimes there's stuff like that, and if I can ever find one that's appropriate for online.
It's
and
kind of hard.
Yeah, it would have to be, because I'm not there to help with getting it the right way. So, you know, in this case, it's like I'm showing you a way to do it, and if yours end up slightly different, that's quite all right. Totally fine.
It's actually like really relieving when you get the whole thing done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just kind of cool. I know. I wrote them out last night, and I was like, this is neat. I like that. Okay, is everybody done with the front part of the foldable?
Yeah.
Were you titled? And these are, okay, no problem. And again, these are our steps for how we're going to add and subtract fractions. We're going to line them up according to this website. That one, meh, you might not do, you might do, whatever. We could change it to, oh, Aiden, that looks really good. And Vivi, yours looks good. Yeah, perfect.
I did the inside too.
If you want to, oh, very good. Good stuff. You could even change right here where it says line it up vertically. If you don't like that, this could even be write your fractions down. You could even change it to that. You know, just because we are online, so you might be like, yeah, I'm not going to write it vertically. I've never done it like that. That doesn't make sense to me. So yours might just look a little different. You might just take the extra step to write it down. But then again, you don't have to do that. You could just leave it as line it up vertically. Totally up to you, my friends. I keep losing my screen there. Isaiah, just let me know when you're good to go, my friend. I'm gonna text my hubby.
I'm done.
Oh, great. He wants me to head to the doctor, so I'm texting him. Heading to doctor after 11. Cool. Oh, you know what? It's a note for you. As long as you can read it, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Totally doesn't. Right? It's just a way to take notes. And the act of writing it down, that helps make that connection in your brain. It really does. So maybe you don't look at it again, but you took the time to write it down. So you're going to remember the steps a little bit better. That's a great attitude, Aiden. I like that. I think I scribbled a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I changed my numbers on mine a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Anybody else still writing the front cover?
Nope.
Okay. Oh yay, Sam.
I'm just doodling on it.
No problem. Doodle away until we got to get to the math. No problem.
Yeah.
That's the most writing you'll have to do. So now it's just math and more steps for the other ones. Okay. So I'm going to switch to the middle, or to the next one. So inside of your foldable, it should look like this. You're going to have that folded over part. That's this part here. Right here. This is the title. This is where all of your tabs are like folded over. And then you're going to draw in the dotted line down the middle of the page.
So it
And
should
then,
look like that.
yeah, Vivi, that's perfect. What do you mean the folded? Can you show me in your camera? Oh, that's fine. Totally fine. Not a big deal. Doesn't change anything. You'll just have more room to write stuff. So totally good. Yeah, the way how I usually do this is I would cut it all the way to the edge. But the way that this one showed it is leaving room for a title there. But if you found another place to put your title in, you're fine. Yeah, totally fine. Totally good. You're just going to extend and separate those cuts or lines over to the back page because that's where we're going to take notes. And we're going to do an addition example and she's hacking her brains out in front of you. Aiden, thank you. That's so nice. That's so nice. Too nice. Okay. So we're going to tackle the first one, line up fractions vertically. So our fractions that we're going to add, oh, nope, don't want to do that. Actually, I'm going to move that up there. Our fractions that we're going to add are this. It's going to be 1/4 plus 3/6. 1/4. I don't know why I'm writing it to the side like that because this is just the first step. So first step, you're going to have 1/4 plus 3/6. And then the subtraction problem we're going to do is 2/3 minus 4/5. Yes, you're going to write what I'm writing on the screen is what you're going to write in that first section on your foldable. Just like that.
So like exactly like how you did it, like that.
Perfect. Yep. Perfect. And if you're not writing it vertically, then yours would look like this. 1/4 plus 3/6. That's what yours would look like. But if you don't care and you're going to put it on there, but you know you don't have to, then that's okay. That is okay. So those are our two problems that we're going to tackle. And what we'll do is we'll focus on the addition one first. Oh, that's okay. Sorry. I will be careful to write it clear. Yeah, sorry about that. We're going to focus on the addition one first, and then we'll go back through and do the subtraction one. Does everybody have that one written? Mm-hmm. 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 Before I would always go when I taught geometry last year. I don't know why, but I'd go, woohoo, big summer blowout. Doesn't really fit with what we're doing now, so now I just feel weird for saying that. Okay, so we're going to focus on, right? Big summer right now. I'm actually going to move this thingamajobber up here. Woohoo, big summer blowout.
What is that from? It sounds familiar.
It's from Frozen. I love that movie.
Yeah.
My daughter is obsessed with that movie. Okay, so the next step on the second tab there, you're going to write about finding a common denominator. And this is just the part where you find that denominator. Oh, I know. I can't wait until Frozen 2 is out. So this is what you're going to write. You're going to write 1/4 plus 3/6 6. That's your problem that we're doing. And a really good way to find that common denominator. Yeah, this goes on the next portion. So the first tab was line up fractions vertically. Now we're on the second tab, find a common denominator. Yeah, you kind of, you can't really take the magic away of the first one. I totally agree there. So, and when you're finding a common denominator, it really helps to list those factors. So my suggestion is to take 4 and then count by 4s. So you'll have 4, 8, 12, 16. And then, so that's our first denominator. Then we're going to do the same thing for our second denominator. 6, 12, 18, 24. So we're just counting by those denominators. And remember, it's the same as if you're not good with remembering how to count like that, just remember 6 is 6 times 1. 12 is 6 times 2. And then what is 12, Aiden? You're saying 12. What does that mean? Yeah, you're right. Because 12 is the first number that shows up that's in common. That is your common denominator. And that's the second step. It's just to identify the common denominator. Yeah, I liked doing the method like this. It helps you think through the process without really realizing that you're thinking it through.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote it last night and I'm like, oh, all right then. Nice. Sam's got the counting down skills. Yep, we're going to get to that one, definitely.
I think I learned this a while ago, but it never stuck with me, so I always had to relearn it whenever I do a question, and it sucked.
Yep, and now you'll have a little handy dandy booklet to help with that. Yay! It's a good day. All right, can I switch to the next slide, guys? Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good, I'm so glad. Junior, the rest of you guys who are a little more silent in Radio Land, how are you doing? We'll come back to the other side. So this is going to be our subtraction example. I want to go through the addition one first, and then we'll come back and do that. Yeah, and it goes on the inside, yeah. Junior, how you doing? May? Lily said we're good. Okay, I'm gonna switch it just, okay, good. All right, good stuff. Okay, so now our step is to make equivalent fractions. So this goes one tab lower underneath that. Okay, so you have your division here, or the dotted line there. And now we have 1/4 plus 3/6. And we know that our common denominator was what?
12.
12. So we want to make equivalent fractions with 12 as the denominator. And it really helps to do this first, to just see it. Because if you do it all in your head, it's so easy to make a mistake. It's just, it makes sense to make a mistake because you're trying to think through too much. So what do you multiply 4 by to get to 12?
3.
3, right, and we'll write that down. And whatever you do to the denominator in a fraction, you also have to do to the numerator.
So it's 3/12.
That's right. And then it's the same deal on the bottom. How do you get from 6 to 12 by multiplication? What do you multiply by?
2.
By 2. Yep. And whatever you do to the bottom, you also do to the top. So we have 6. So we are really adding 3 12s and 6 12s. Woohoo! Big summer blowout. Lots of fractions. Woohoo!
And it looks like, wouldn't the fractions be like 1/2 and 1/4?
Yes, and they would simplify, but we're not going to simplify them yet, because if we simplified them, then we would have to make more equivalent fractions. We don't want to simplify until the very end. Sorry, Aiden. It's too fun to say. It is. It super is. Woo-hoo. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I saw it. Sorry, I'll stop. Okay, can I do the next slide, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go too fast, but we also gotta be conscientious of time. Time. Okay, so now we're gonna add or subtract the numerators. In this case, we're adding. So we're really adding 3 12ths plus 6 12ths. We'll do the subtraction example after we're done with this one. So we're really just adding the 3 plus the 6, and that's 9. We only add the numerators, and then you keep the same denominator. So our final answer is 9 12ths. We have one more slide after this. Or one more
What about the other
tab, and then we're going to
Okay.
go through the examples again. Yep, we got to reduce it. You're right.
And then do we do the other one by ourselves?
No, we can do that. Oh, I mean, you could if you want to.
So it's, even for subtracting, is it just the exact same thing as the 2 other tabs?
Same thing. Yeah, so if you, so let's go ahead and do the last tab here. The last tab, oh my gosh, what did I do? Okay, there we go. No, go back. Okay, no. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. So the last step here is to reduce the fraction to lowest terms. So we have 9 12ths, and this is under the last tab there, reduce the fraction to lowest terms. It's underneath on the inside. So 9 12ths, we're going to reduce it. That was the one above that. So we have add or subtract the numerators. That was above the reduced fractions one. Oh, so sorry. Here, let me go back. Let's see. And then I think I can hit undo. Okay, there you go. So Sam, just let me know when you're done writing that one. Oh, great. Good. Okay, so then we are reducing the fraction here. We have 9 12ths. What would we divide the numerator and the denominator by to reduce it?
3.
3. You're right. Very good.
So it's 3 and 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very good. So we would divide both by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So your final answer is 3/4. So then while people finish up writing this, the subtraction problem we already wrote down at the top, go ahead and start taking it through the steps on your own. We will go through it together, but use this opportunity to give it a try yourself. That way we can go through it a little quicker.
Okay.
Do we still have to do this? Yeah, we did finish the... Oh, that's okay. No problem. So, I don't know what you mean about second and fourth. I didn't do the other side of the second one or the fourth one. The fourth one, so the first one is line up fractions vertically. The second one is find a common denominator. The third one is make equivalent fractions. The fourth one is add or subtract the numerators, and the fifth one is reduce the fractions. The common denominator, okay, I can do that for you. Sam, do you have a cell phone? Isaiah, that's totally fine. No big deal. You know what you could do? Just put the subtraction example underneath it, and then it'll show up there. Sam, I'll text a picture to you. Well, no, I can write it here real quick. Sam, this is what goes. I'm going to write it in red on the screen. This is what goes on the denominator one. Yeah, it's no trouble. It's totally no trouble. It really is not, because you wrote it down. Like, that's all I want. And you have a neat little foldable of all the steps. Yeah, you can show me. You don't have to, but if you want to, sure. That's fine. Oh, you put it all there together. That's totally fine. No big deal. No big deal. Doesn't matter. So then for the second example, maybe I would do the second example showing all the steps. So that way you have both. It seriously does not matter. Oh, you wrote this one on the first one? That's okay, Sam. As long as you have it, you're fine. Yeah. I know what's hard is stretching this out, because you guys are used to getting it all done. But remember when we said how you show your work is fine, as long as it makes sense to you. And Isaiah, the way you wrote it was really nice and neat. And I could easily read that and be like, oh, these are the steps that I follow. It's okay. It doesn't matter. So then you'll just have a blank tab on that one.
So on the second one, if the outcome seems like it wouldn't be able to be divided by the same thing. Oh wait, no, it is.
Yeah, so you
It's
might have an
confusing, though.
answer. You might have an answer that you can't reduce, and that's okay.
Mm.
So what did you get for that one, Bibby?
Yeah, I got 10 15ths and 12 15ths.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they would go in no.
So you might have
two.
a negative fraction. That's
yeah, it doesn't seem like it would go into anything, really.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go through it, but you're absolutely right. You're doing it just fine.
Mm.
So let's go back. Oh, hit the mouse, Jen. Okay. So we're on find a common denominator, because you guys should have already written it down, but in case you didn't, this is what we are finding a denominator for. you should have, and we're on the second example. So we're doing the other side now, the subtraction example, 2/3 minus 4/5. And because we don't have matching denominators, we have to come up with a common denominator. So we're going to count by threes. Isaiah thinks it's 15. I think he's right. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, and then we'll do the same to fives. 5, 10. Oh, 15. Very good. No. What do you mean, no? Oh, that happens. People do that. You got the same numerators? That's okay. The whole sheet. What do you mean? You found the common numerator? Oh, that's okay. That's all right. You'll just want to correct that. Yeah, just go back and fix it. It's okay. That happens. That's okay. No problem. It happens. It's okay. It's okay. What I like is that we're thinking through this process. We really are. You guys are doing a good job thinking it through. So 15 would be our common denominator here. 15. Don't worry, our next two foldables, they go so quick. Super fast. Because they're a lot, I wouldn't say easier, but just quicker. So now we're going to make those equivalent fractions. So we have 2/3. Yeah, Sam, very good. We have 2/3 and 4/5. And we decided the common denominator was 15. So now we ask ourselves, how do we get from 3 to 15? What do we multiply by? 5. Good job, Junior. Thank you. And whatever we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So you definitely have 10. And now it's the same dealio for the bottom. How do we get from 5 to 15? You go by 3. Good. And then whatever you do to the bottom, you do the same to the top. So we have 10/15 minus 12/15. Now, a lot of you may be saying, wait a minute, we have a smaller fraction first. That's okay. Once we jump into algebra and equation solving, we allow negative fractions to exist. So it could be like you're missing a certain amount of your whole pie or whatever. All that good stuff. So 15, so we now are subtracting 10/15 minus 12/15. That's what we're subtracting. So what would that be? Yeah, Sam, very good. So he multiplied. See how I like how he did that. He showed his work a different way, which is quite all right. That's very good. So now we just got to double check though. Okay, so we have equivalent fractions. Now we're going to subtract the numerators, keeping the denominators the same. So we're going 10/15 minus 12/15. And we got to remember, we're not going 12/15 minus 10/15. We're going 10 minus 12. Yeah, you would get -2. So you're going 10 minus 12 is a -2. Yep, so your final answer is -2/15. Very good. And can that one be reduced anymore? Oh, gotcha. That's totally fine. Just as long as you remember it for your final product. That's all you need. So can that be reduced anymore? We have a 2, and then 15 doesn't really go into 2. You'd get a decimal. Yeah. So you owe someone 2 out of 15 slices of pizza. Geez, Isaiah, way to eat the pizza. No. No. Because he ate the pizza? Must keep pizza. That sounds good. Right. Right. I love how you guys are thinking about what that means. That's very good. Very, very good. So for the next part, you can just, if the fraction's already reduced, you can write it, just write it again. Or if you want to write already reduced, you can, but you don't have to. And that's it. That's our first foldable. Isaiah, that's good. Oh, Aiden, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and if you guys made a mistake and you had to erase all on one side, remember, I'm going to post this video on Moodle, so feel free to use it to help you make the other foldable. Yes, we're going to do that right now. So go ahead, and once you're done writing, we're going to skip that. Oh, yay, good. I'm glad you like it. Yay. We're going to go ahead and make another foldable. So this one, the way is the same way. You're going to still take a sheet of paper and you're going to fold it that hamburger fold. But now the way that we're going to write it and look at it, that folded part is going to be at the top. And the tabs are going to be going up. And you need to only make in the front cover 2 cuts or 2 lines. So we have 3 tabs. A shower fold, yeah. Yeah. Very good. Very good. So you're going to fold it in half like a card. And for the last one, we had the folded side on the left. Now we're going to put that folded side on the top. No, it's not the hot dog fold. The hot dog fold is where you fold it the long way. This one's just a hamburger fold. You fold it in half. Yeah. And then the fold goes at the top. Very good, Isaiah, that's perfect. Vivi, that's perfect. Very good. And then you're just going to cut 3 tabs, so 2 cuts in the front. Yeah, it's exactly the same way, excuse me, except the way that you're going to write it is like the multiplying fractions tab goes at the top, and then you write it this way. So just a different way to look at it. Honestly, if you did it this way, that would work too, but I'm just presenting it this way. So that when you do it, remember what I do is I leave, and I can stop sharing for a second. I leave the top part, I don't cut the whole way just to have a little title there, but you'll have 3 tabs when you're done. And the back page has no tabs. It's just, you don't mess with the back page. So that's all. And the way that we're going to label it is on the screen there. So the top part is going to be multiplying fractions. Step 1, yes. Yeah, cut it the same way but with 3 tabs. You're right. So step 1, yep, don't mess with the back page. Leave it whole. Step 1 is you multiply those numerators. Step 2 is multiply the denominators, and step 3 is simplify the fraction using the GCF, or, you know, if that part confuses you, you don't have to say that one. But you're going to simplify that fraction. And remember, if you're stuck, you can use that Desmos website to help you simplify. Or you can just start dividing by 2. And we're just doing one example here because we still got to talk division. Yep. Step 1, step 2, step 3. If you just want to write 1, 2, 3, you can do that too. If you don't write steps at all, if you just write multiply, multiply, simplify, that works. Remember, this is for you, so you got to do what makes sense to you, for you. Beautiful. Yeah, I'll give you guys another few seconds there. Beautiful. Anybody still writing?
Yeah, just 1 second.
Oh, no problem. Let me know when you're done. The amount of writing that we have to do with each foldable goes down every time, so it's pretty sweet. Oh, that's okay. Yep. That is right, my friend.
I accidentally spent way too much time doing bubble letters, so I had to stop.
Oh, it's easy to do that, right? It's fun to do that. Yeah, and feel free to add that in later. It's kind of fun as you're going through it. No, I know. And had we been in class and more time, you would, you know, no, still kind of the same way either way. Oh, that's so nice of you, Sam. That's sweet. Go skate. That's good. You need a little motivation, right? While you're doing that. Yeah. All right. Is it okay to switch it?
Mhm.
Okay, so inside the foldable, what's cool is we can kind of do it all on one page here. So it's the same deal. You'll carry down those lines. On mine, I did not do that, so you don't have to carry down the lines, but it kind of helps you while you're writing. So our step 1 here was to multiply the numerators. So that's what we're going to do. So our problem says 2/3 times 4/6. And the first step is to just multiply those numerators. So what would I be multiplying for those numerators?
What's
What are the numerators that I would be multiplying?
2, 2 and 4?
2 and 4. That's right. Yeah. And Sam, we're taking it step by step. So you will have to do 3 times 6. We're just going to show it on the next tab. Yeah, so we're going to go 4 times 2. So what is 4 times 2?
So 8.
8. Yep. So 8 goes in our numerator there. And we'll just leave it like that, just to show that the first step, you're just focusing on the numerators. Good question, Isaiah. The neat thing about multiplying fractions is you don't need common denominators. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea. You can put a question mark there. It's good. Kind of a placeholder. Yeah, so we don't have to worry about equal denominators. That's why I always thought multiplication was much easier and quicker to do than addition. Sometimes your fractions get really big and it's kind of annoying to simplify, but you know, yeah, that's all you do on the first step. And then the second step, what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite the problem, because now our second step is that we have to multiply those denominators. So we're doing 6 times 3. So what is 6 times 3?
12.
Not 12. 6 times 2 is 12.
That's. I was thinking of last time.
Yeah, right? We've got numbers on the brain today. My goodness. So what is it?
6 times 3?
Yeah.
18.
18. Beautiful. And I just kind of circled the numerator and the denominator in the first and second steps. That way you kind of know where you're focusing. And then our last step is just to simplify that fraction. So we have 8/18. What would I divide by to simplify it?
Well, you can divide both by 2.
By 2. Good. Junior and Vivi, you guys are right. Very good. So we would divide both by 2. You know, you'd think you could do 4, Aiden. You can with the 8, but you can't with the 18. You would get a decimal. Yeah. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. And 18 divided by, yes, very good. You get 4/9. And that is your answer. Good job, Junior. Good job, guys. Sam, everybody. And that's it for the foldable. Easy peasy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it helps to organize our thinking. We're going to do that one right now.
I decorated all of my folds, like even on those other ones, and for this one I did bugs. So there's a little worm on this one, there's a butterfly, and there's a little roly-poly bug.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and it's fun to do that. Very good. Oh, of course, Taylor. Is it okay to clear off the math, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Taylor, can I clear off the math? Is that okay? Okay, good. Good. Okay, there's the first part. So guys, while you're waiting, the last piece of paper, you're gonna fold and cut exactly like you just did this foldable. Exact same way. So you can go ahead and fold it in half with that hamburger fold and just cut the front part. Remember, don't mess with the back, right? You're just going to cut that front part with 2 cuts or 2 lines to make 3 tabs. And the fold will be at the top, just like we did this one. So the multiply and then the divide foldables are exactly the same way. But we'll put different stuff.
Paper noises.
Say it again?
Satisfying paper noises.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh, I just blew into my mic. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Right? You don't want to mess with the back. It'll attack you. That hurt. Ah. Taylor, oh, I'm so sorry, Aiden. I didn't mean to. I got to get my foam thing back on there. Taylor, is it okay to move on from the words of this one?
Let me write. I need to write down the words now.
For multiplying?
Yeah, I'll do it quick.
Oh, gotcha. This is the multiplying one. This is not the dividing one. So the one that did you put these words on the second foldable, Vivi?
Yeah.
So this is different. This is the old one
I
because
was thinking of the third one.
yeah, no, Taylor asked to see it again, but she is good. Sorry guys, sorry about that.
That's all right. I'll just remake the ones that I didn't write it in pen.
No problem, because the words are super simple for this one. So for this one, you're going to have dividing fractions at the top, and you're going to have keep, change, flip.
Now you can do bubble letters.
Now you can do your bubble letters. But we do have to progress rather quickly just because I still got to talk about one minor thing with adding mixed numbers really quick.
Now I get it. Oh boy.
So guys, in the interest of time, I'm going to go to the second page, but all that goes on the front is keep, change, flip. So that's what goes on the front, and I'll write it on the inside here. So this is inside the foldable. It's kind of the same deal.
Mm-hmm.
And we're keep, change, flip. Okay, so when you have a problem, so we'll write the problem down. Our problem that we're going to do, oh no, don't like, is we're going to do 2/3 divided by 4/6. And the thing that we're going to keep in this problem is that first fraction. This is what we keep.
Okay.
So that's all you're going to write on that first one. The first fraction always stays the same when you do problems like this. Then if we go to the second tab, what changes, so we have our first fraction that we don't touch, we leave the same way. 4, 6. What we're going to change, don't say like, it's illegal. I like that. What we change is this guy in the middle. That division sign changes to a multiplication symbol.
That's strange. So is it going to be the same as multiplying, or is it going to be?
Yeah, and then we're going to do the last step, and then it's the same as multiplying. You're right.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I
so
can multiply them in the last step.
yep. So well, the last step is we're going to do a flip. But once we do that flip, then you just multiplying. So we don't really divide with fractions ever. We just turn them into multiplication problems using this keep, change, flip method.
It's kind of strange, but
it's different. I know, it really is. But what will help you is if you remember that that first fraction always stays the same. So we keep, change, flip. So now we'll do the last step is we have our first fractions the same. We now are dealing with multiplication. And we're going to flip this second fraction. So we're going to find what's called the reciprocal. This is the word R-E-C-I-P-R-O-C-A-L. I think I spelled that right. Reciprocal. So what we're really doing is we're doing 2/3 times 6/4.
oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So we keep the first one the same, change that division sign to multiplication, and flip that second one. You will always follow this process, always. And then we're just gonna multiply straight across like we did last time. We're gonna go 2 times 6, we're gonna multiply the numerators. What's 2 times 6?
12.
12. And
Hey,
then
it's
we're gonna,
the same.
yeah, it's gonna be the same. You're right. Junior's got it too. Yeah, it's gonna be 4 times 3. That's also 12.
So the answer is just 12.
The answer would be 12 over 12, but do you guys remember what happens? What do you get when you have the same over the same?
1.
1. Aiden, you got it. And Vivi, you got it. You get 1. So this one's kind of a weird one. Your answer is 1. It might not always work out that way. It just did with the math that I used here. But if you get, so you do have to do that simplifying step, which is what we did when we put 1. So you keep, change, flip, and you always simplify. Always. Right, Isaiah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, very good. And I just want to add one more thought because you do have an assignment on adding mixed numbers. I just want to remind you when you do that, okay, you follow the same process as adding fractions. You still got to get that common denominator, okay? So what we do, we're going to add the whole numbers. So 9 plus 6, that gives me 15. And then you add the fractions. But look here, we have 3/8 and 1/24. We don't have common denominators. So you would have to get common denominators and then add it. Yeah, that third foldable is done. Yep. Sometimes when you add mixed numbers, you get kind of a weird answer. So if you look at this one, oh, I'm so glad, Aiden. I'm so glad. What the 9s is. I don't know what that is, but I just want to show you guys this one real quick. So sometimes, like, we'll add our whole number, 9 and 6 is 15. And then we already have a common denominator here, woohoo. So we're gonna add just the numerators. 9 plus 7 is 16. See the uh-oh that's happening here?
Yeah.
What's the uh-oh? What's happening?
Well, the top one is larger.
The top one is larger.
So you just, I know how to do this, I think.
Yeah, and it's probably something you guys have seen. I just wanted to remind you of it. So if you have that, then it's almost like you take this 16/10 and turn that into a mixed number. So we say, how many times does that 10 go into 16? How many times?
It doesn't really.
Well, how close can you get?
1.
1. So 10 goes into 16 one time. Yeah, Sam, you got it. You got it there too. And then 10 times 1 is 10. There is 6 left over that didn't quite make it in there. So 16/10 turns into 1 and 6/10, and that 1 gets added back to that 15. So you have 16 and 6/10, but you're going to have to reduce that 6/10.
So you just take the number that's higher than the 10, so in this case it's 6, and then you just put 6, and then since it's already another 10 on top, you add the 1.
Yep.
Because 10 over 10 is 1.
Very good. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah. And that's it. I'm sorry we went a little long, you guys, but I wanted to have fun doing foldables today. But that is all I have. If what I said about mixed numbers was really confusing to you, when you get to that, just let me know. Shoot me an email. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate your attitude, you guys. You have a really good attitude. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And if I ever good. That's good. Show your notes up. Oh, one other thing I wanted to add. Your foldables. If you would like, take pictures of them and send them to me. And what I will do is I will post the pictures on our banner thing for our class. So here's our class. You don't have to, but you know, it's just fun to show off your hard work. See our banner thing? This is our banner on our Moodle page. I will put pictures of the foldables on there. So, and you could just take a picture of the front. You could put all three kind of next to each other. You could take a picture of just one, whatever, your choice. But I will put them on there because it's fun. Why not? Right? And if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Just an option. Okay, dokie. I lost my chat menu again and my meeting controls. Where did they go? There we go. Closing that. There we are. Okay. My husband has a Xbox One. Yes, it is officially time to go. Oh, good question. You can take a picture of it and send it to 651-829-9232. Bye, you guys. Oh, I sent that to Corey privately. Sorry. Everyone. Okay, Sam, go right ahead. Thank you. 829-9232. There we go. There's the number.